Hey guys, Jorel from Hyper Coliseum here, bringing you a different kind of video than our normally scheduled content. I've seen some of you guys in the Discord asking about like comprehensive guides to certain decks or like, tips and tricks videos. So I kind of wanted to just put this out there as a way to do this kind of stuff, and B, as kind of just like a one-off to see if you guys even like this kind of content. So, I mean, let me know what you think after watching this, give me some ideas, maybe some pointers on what you'd like to see for the next one if I do another one of these. And yeah. So I'm actually gonna be bringing you a POV video of me playing Ancient Grey Red Hybrid. I got the idea from a card fight Vanguard YouTuber named Different Fight. If for whatever reason you're watching this, shout out to you, dude. I love your content. It's always fun to watch every time. But he does POV fights for his members videos. So I figured, that seems like a good idea. Maybe I should try doing this, see if it, basically hits. So this is me, again, playing Red Hybrid against RB's 7th grade Demon Lords, which can be a tough matchup for Red Hybrid, because, deleting their stuff, just gives them more stuff to work with. But I think this is our game 2, and I think I played it pretty well, even though I still lost. But yeah, just let me know what you guys think, and as Ben likes to say, we're gonna hop right into it. Alright, so starting off here, our opening hand is Flamemon, Ancient Deity, and then 2 Burning Greys and a Goonie, which for a Red Hybrid hand, this is an okay-ish start. Basically my line of thought here is like, maybe I can draw into a Tamer off the Evo and the Flamemon, maybe I can draw into an Ancient Grey and just work off the Burning Grey Goonie combo. And the Ancient Deities, just not bad to have in hand. You do kind of want to see it more in security, but this is an okay hand to work with. It's not the worst, it's not the best, it's kind of middle of the road, so we're going to keep this, and then we're just going to go straight into our security here. Right. So I'm going to kick it off. Unfortunately, I start with the GG egg, because that is the 1F egg that I run in my 5 eggs. We draw into another Flamemon, so we're just going to drop that to get some search going, and unfortunately hit only a Takuya, a BT7 Takuya out of the search. So I'm going to bottom the rest, and we're going to move on. RB goes into his turn, doing the normal Demon Lord shenanigans, hatching the gate, hatching another gate, and from here, he decides what he's going to do. So he's going to drop a Mako in the back, search the top 3 cards for, I believe it's a purple or yellow card, and then trash the rest, and then if he plays a 2-color purple card later, he gains a memory. So he's going to drop the Lucemon for 5, get the search off, and I believe he grabs Lilith or Levy off this, I don't remember. Lilith, yep. And then trashes the rest. So back to me, we draw into Promo Goonie, which this is kind of rough. We're going to push out anyway just to get some chip in. Do the 2 to Evo and hopefully draw into an Ancient Grey, but I don't see it. And then we're going to try to do cheekily going to Burning Grey to see if I can get that full Ancient Grey combo off, which I don't see it, but it is what it is. We kind of just work with it. So I think I'm just kind of deciding what to do here if I want to get the chip in, because I feel like the Burning Grey is going to die anyway if I leave it out there. And same with the Flamemon, because there's so many ways for him to pop my stuff and just, clear my board with like creepy Levia, stuff like that. And then the other thing is here, like, I'm not big enough to raid into his Lucemon, even if I Evo for 1 into a Goonie and then Evo back into Burning. Because the other thing is, like, I don't want to burn all my resources either. So we're just going to do the swing into security and then just call it a day from there. And just, like I said, get some chip in. Dies in security just because I hit one of his Demon Lords. So on deletion, we play the Takuya off the Flamemon effect. Swing the other Flamemon into security. Hit Rise of the Demon Lords, which is unfortunate because that just makes things a lot tougher for me. And then we're just going to drop the BT7 Takuya and call it a day. So RB starting his turn does the Lucemon effect to search top 3, grab a Demon Lord or an Angel, which I do believe he grabs the other Lucemon off this instead of the other 2 that he revealed. So RB's kind of thinking. From what I gathered, he didn't really have too many things into his hand, and it's kind of tough because there's not really too much in his trash either. So he's gonna play the Levia for 7. Yep. and then he's gonna gain a memory back for popping the flame on. So drawing for turn into the memory side of Takuya. Not really looking too good here. We haven't seen an Ancient Grey yet, and we're out of rookies, so we can't really Evo in the back. And we could try to risk it and go Burning Grey into a Goonie and just hope I draw into it, but that's a little too risky. RB just forgot to talk something there. So we Ancient Deity here to grab back Flamemon. Play the memory side of Takuya off the effect, Evo the Flamemon in the back, and thankfully we drew into an Ancient Grey. So from here, Rise only plays from sources, and he only has a Lilith X in the sources of Gate. So I just double check that there's nothing that it really does here, and I'm like, all right, I think this is my chance. I gotta take this, I gotta go before he starts building up more. So we Evo BT7 Takuya into Burning Grey, draw, and find an Ancient Grey. I'm like, ooh, that's more damage, so I gotta take this chance while I can. In hindsight, I probably could have just popped the Levia, but you know, my mind says unga bunga. So we swing, no raid, effect Evo into a Goonie, effect Evo for 3 into BT4 Ancient Grey, and swing 4 checks at security. Again, in hindsight, he only had 3 security left. And I hit a Rival's Barrage there, which made it even worse. So I probably could have just done new Ancient Grey, popped the Levia, and still would have gotten the 3 checks off to just clear his security out. Plus, also hitting the Rival's Barrage there is unfortunate because I have nothing to play off the new Ancient Grey, or old Ancient Grey, Jesus Christ. So, yeah, this is a pickle. So start him in, RB hatches his last egg, tucks a source underneath from Gate popping something, and then the Levia just dies. So RB is going to drop a Beelzemon to mill 4 more cards. Doesn't Digivolve anything, but does have a body on board to swing because the Beelzemon does have Rush. And then he can gain a memory off the Mako because it is a 2-color purple card. And then he's just going to drop a Lucemon for 5, keep searching a little bit more, and pick up the Chaos mode here. And then he's going to do Lucemon effect to Evo into Chaos mode. And then here I'm like, I've got 2 memory side of Takuyas. I don't really need these, especially what's in my hand right now, so we can just do that to prevent him recovering. So it does have blocker, which is rough. And then I'm looking at sources to see what it can play off Rise, which Lilithmon I'm not too worried about. Creepymon does kill lowest. So I'm like, okay, I could probably do something off this. But the issue is he's got both Chaos Mode and Rise to play from Trash, which at this point his Trash has a lot of stuff in it. Belphemon can stop attacks. Leviamon can just pop my dudes. I think those are the only 2 that I'm really worried about. Yeah, because the Belphemon Rage Mode doesn't really do anything. So yeah, it's the Sleep Mode. It won't see me attacking, but I'm still kind of worried about it hitting the board. But I'm okay for now. There's not really too much he can do. So he needs another turn to build up, at least from me doing stuff off this. So we go 2 into Burning. We do the usual BT17 combo. We're not raiding again into security. We're going to Evo into a Goonie, Evo for 3 into Ancient Grey, and pop the Chaos mode. So this is where I realized my mistake. Levia pops lowest because he does have more than me, but then Rise just plays out creepy to kill my Ancient Grey, and now we're even in an even tougher spot than before. And it's not looking good in hand either. So we're gonna grab back a Flamemon just because we need to keep digging. Like, I need more pieces. I have not seen any other Ancient Greys all game, and then we're just gonna replay the Memosato Takuya from sources. So then RB drops a Caster mode for 1. I'm like, I need this Takuya, so we're just gonna eat the security, so he recovers 1. And then he's gonna drop another Rise, which makes it even harder for me. So Rise is a tough card to play around, especially when he's got a lot of good stuff in sources that really just stops me in my tracks and just doesn't let me get my security effects in. So again, in a rough spot. Like, we've got a bunch of level 4s. Unfortunately, not too many Ancient Greys. We do have the Emperor, but that really doesn't do much in this situation because, again, it's just the fact that I die before I can even get security checks in. So we're gonna Evo in the back. Hopefully you draw something good. It's still stuck. And then we're just going to drop a Flame on for 3 to trash one of the extra Ragoonies in hand to draw 2 and just see if we can find an out to this, which honestly it's not looking good because now he's just building up even more. So the Chaos Mode's going to go away. He's going to bottom deck the Lucamon just to play the Belphamon, which is immune and can stop my attacks. I think that's one of like the main weaknesses of Red Hybrid is just it can't really get multiple swings in off the big guys. Like, yes, you can get multiple checks, but the fact that they all happen in one swing is just rough. So like any sort of blocker or ending attack like Belphamon can just really hinder your progress. He's gonna pop the Rivals Barrage, bring back Shine Gray, Ruin Mode, and then just stop me from doing anything for a turn because all my stuff is low end. And I can't really do much to get into my higher end here. So at this turn, I'm basically thinking of a way I can stop that Ruin Mode from living and recovering him one, but unfortunately with a minus 5k on board, I can't really do much. So this is where I kind of start mathing it out to see if I can climb above Ruin Mode for that, to be able to pop it, but that minus 5k hinders me a lot. Even with the plus 4k off the Alda, I think I'm about 1 to 2k short here. So you can kind of see me think it out. Basically, I get the plus 2 off the Takuya. I don't want to use the Burning Gray, BT17 Burning Gray here because I still kind of wanted to do Ancient Grey combos if I happen to see one. But even with using BT17 Burning Gray, I get plus 2k off that, plus 4k off Alda, plus 2k off the Takuya. So that puts Emperor at 15, 16, 17, 19, I believe, if my math is right. But with that minus 5k, I am quite literally 1k short to pop his Ruin Mode. So I'm kind of rethinking my progress here. Seeing if there's like any other plays I can do while I wait for that Ruin Mode to go away. And yeah, this is where I'm kind of just like doing the math in my head. And unfortunately I just can't get above that Ruin Mode, and Belphamon's immune, so I can't really do anything to it either. So drop the Takuya, go 1 Evo into Burning Gray in the back, and hopefully we can just do something next turn. So end of my turn, the Belphamon sleep mode falls off, and then start of his turn, I draw, start a main phase, and then or on suspend, draw, start a main phase, everything gets popped. So he's gonna tuck a Source Under Gate. So at this point, he's got 7 names, and I need to do something next turn or I'm screwed. But he's just able to hold me out long enough that I can't really finish the game. So Arby's going to calling for 1 here, and if you've played against Demon Lords before, you kind of know the song and dance by this point. He's going to grab back Ruin Mode and Belphy just to keep me stalled out. Since the Ruin Mode died at the start of his turn, I'm currently under minus 5k, so he's going to play I Think That's Creepy. Tap the Mako to gain 1, and then he's going to Evo into Ruin Mode to make my board minus 10k, which at this point now I'm just like, well, I still can't do anything. So at this point, like, I'm just kind of in my mind, I'm like, what do I do? Just build a stack? And then I kind of make a mistake here because I forgot. I literally said minus 10k at the start of this turn, and I immediately forgot it's minus 10. So we're going to keep it raising. We're going to stay back because I don't want to lose that stack if for whatever reason, I live past this turn. So I think at this point, I decide to get a little cheeky with it. I see the Aguni and the Burning Gray in my hand. So gain 1 for him having a Digimon on board. And like I said, at this point I'm out of options, so I'm like, maybe we just get some draws in. So Evo for 1 into Aguni, draw. Find an Ancient Gray, which is neat. Evo for 1 into BT4 Burning, or BT7 Burning Gray. And then draw Crimson Blaze. So here I'm like, this is kind of funny. I can live for a turn now. And maybe I can push out the stack next turn and do some funny checks. So we're going to do 3 for Mem Boost. Grab BT4 Ancient Gray, which Evoing onto that stack would be like 8 or 9 checks. And then we Blaze for 5 to prevent him from playing Agudo. So if we live, this will be funny. If we don't, we die. So I'm kind of just taking this in stride at this point. So he's going to tuck a Source from Gate, under Gate for something being deleted. And then he's gonna play Belphemon, which stops my entire plan. He couldn't just let me do the funny. And then he's gonna play Biting Crush to prevent me from playing by effect. Cool and good. So at this point, I've kind of realized this game's kind of dead because now I'm out of options and Aguda's coming at the end of my turn. So push out and just see what we can do. Maybe he lets us through. But at this point, I've kind of just accepted I'm losing this game. So we're just gonna crack the mem boost, gain 2 memory. I believe I Evo into Alda here just to be able to get into the 6. The other thing here is I'm short memory. And I can't really Evo into Alda or either Ancient Grey or Emperor. So I'm counting up hybrids and trash, thinking that I put BT5 Takuya on board. But I do have at least, I think I have like 8 hybrids and trash. So I'm building up the stack, seeing if I can get a large BP or DP number. And then I believe this is where I realized that I don't even have the Takuya on board at the moment, even though I have one in my hand. Here it is. Yep, realizing that Takuya is not on board. So the line of thought here, as I'm looking at these Takuyas and the Flamemon in my hand, like, maybe if I can get enough things on board, I maybe live to the Agudo. So we're gonna attempt to swing at security, see if that does anything for me. Because I do have on deletions to drop the other tamers in my hand. So I was just gonna block on deletion, play the memory setter Takuya, so a body for a body. Everything dies. And then just separating it out to know that all of those are hybrids for when I do drop the, or when I can Evo into the, or with the BT7 Takuya. So, and then drop the Flamemon. So drop the Flamemon, trash the extra grenade just to draw 2 and just, you know, again, hope I live. But at this point, end of my turn, the Belfie's gonna fall off, the gate's gonna crack, and at this point we're realizing that he does have basically enough checks and ways to get rid of my security to finish me off here. Because even with the 5 things on board, Belfie Rage mode at the start of my turn is going to kill the Flamemon. Agudo loads the 7, swings, drops the 7, so that burns all 4 of my tamers, burns 3 of my security, does the 1 check, and then swing with the Belphemon for game. But I'm also realizing that, you know, he can just pop the Agudo once it's done swinging for the Belphemon to unsuspend and be able to swing again. So either way, it's kind of a dead end here. So again, we're just checking the math at this point. This is me realizing that Agudo also pops a tamer when he loads sources, so I lose 1 more security. So that's basically everything. So that's game. But yeah, that's basically it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, you know, kind of just seeing my thought process on some of this stuff. Demon Lords is a hard matchup for Red Hybrid once they do get going, but I think I still played this decently well. I had a good start, but then it just kind of started falling apart real fast. So yeah, the reason I picked this match is because I think it's one of the best matches to showcase, because the other ones that I recorded, it was a blowout either on my end or on my opponent's end. TJ playing V armors against me really hurt, but then I also blew out Jeremy's Gallant, which you saw in one of the commentary videos. So, you know, like I said, this was probably the best of the 3 matches I played today at locals to showcase. And yeah, again, hopefully you guys did like it. If you do, let me know. I can try to keep making more of these, and then if not, you know, like I said, this is a one-off video, so we'll see where this goes. Yeah, that's about it, and we'll see you guys in the next video.